think this is a big game for the Cowboys. I think Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith, they're going to have a good game. Don't get me wrong. They have a good offense still. Maybe we'll see if DeAndre Swift can get back in action. He's kind of been a little rusty the last couple weeks. And potentially Dallas Goedert will be available too. That's a name to look out for. That's a big return for the Eagles if they get that tight end back. But you know what? Jake Ferguson's balling. Tony Pollard's playing a little better. Dak Prescott. Cooks has gotten available or more involved. And CeeDee Lamb is playing great, inspired football. Give me the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? 34-27. Get first place in the NFC East. All About the Balls podcast with Mark Davis, Chris Gemeinhart, Luke Rule, and Nick the Doc Skirkowitz. Welcome to All About the Balls podcast. I'm Mark Davis with Chris Gemeinhart, with Luke Rule. We're in the Sack House. We're ready to talk some NFL since we changed it up yesterday. We did a little college football first just because the importance of the college football playoffs. But Chris, how you doing? The New Orleans Saints, looks like Jameis Winston's going to get that start over the Carolina Panthers. How you feeling?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Jameis is going to throw 400 yards, 4 interceptions. 2 of those might be pick sixes. And we'll probably still only, and 4 touchdowns. And we'll probably still win by 3 points. But you know what? He's going to eat the dub.
He will eat that dub. I can't wait to that pregame speech. Hopefully they show that on TV. I'd like to see that.
He's got to get the boys fired up.
Oh, yes. He's good at it. He's good at getting fired people up, getting himself fired up. He's a pro at that. He's a pro's pro. Luke, the Ravens coming off a bye week, facing the Rams. You know, how you doing? You guys are number 2 right now in the AFC. Yeah. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I think the Ravens won the bye this week. Steelers lost. Browns lost. Bengals beat the Jags, so Ravens stay at number 2. So, I mean, looks pretty good for us. I mean, Miami they ended up winning, so they jumped us from the number 1 spot. But other than that, Kansas City lost. So, I mean, good week for the AFC for the Ravens.
Ravens still control their own destiny. They have to play the Dolphins this year.
Tough leg of the season's coming up for us with our easiest game is going to be the Rams.
Even if you lose a game, as long as you beat the Dolphins, you'll have the tiebreaker over them. With Jacksonville's situation, we expect them to probably lose a game or 2, so it's all on you guys. Unless the Chiefs get hot and they run the table, so we'll keep an eye on them, but we'll see. The Falcons, they're playing the old Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so we have 2 NFC South matchups. This time it's in Atlanta.
Falcons coming off a huge win.
Oh, yeah, huge win. 13-8. It would have been the worst game of the week, but like I said last night, the Chargers and the Patriots somehow played this week, and it went 6-0. It was the worst game of the season. So, you know, the Falcons didn't have to sit there and get shit on by everyone because the Chargers and Patriots were on at the same exact time. People just ignored that kind of.
I think we have another 6-0 game brewing this week.
Not Falcons-Bucks.
Thursday night.
Oh, that one might be, yes.
I think it's Pittsburgh's a 6-point favorite too.
I might tell Paige it's a date night on Thursday. I have no interest in watching this game. Zero interest in watching this game.
I was Zappy and Trubisky dueling it out.
Yeah, no, I think we might buy a movie on Amazon Prime. You know,
get a babysitter that night, Chris. Just take her out to dinner or something. Take her to a movie or walk downtown Austin or some shit. Just take her out, dude. Just fucking get her out of the house. She's like, what's the occasion? The Patriots and Steelers are on.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're going out. But hey, boys, let's get into it. You know, we're gonna break some games down. We're gonna kind of recap what kind of happened last week too, just because we didn't really recap at all. So let's just go over the records real quick. You know, Luke back on top again. You went 10-3. So that puts you at 128-65 for the year. You went 6-6-1 against the spread. So now you're 101, 90-2. Still pretty good. You're still winning record. Myself, I went 9-5 straight up and 7-5-1. So I'm still 6 behind you. I'm 122-71, and I'm 189-4 against the spread. Doc had a good week. He was tied with you 10-3. He's 126-67, 8-4-1 against the spread. 103-86-4. Chris, 8-5 straight up.
Brother.
An amazing, astonishing 3-9-1 against the spread.
Fuck yeah!
So
Chris is falling again. Had a little surge, and now he's falling back off.
You're 118-75 straight up, and you are a whopping 85, 104-4 against the spread. So
Fuck.
You were climbing up, but you fell off that ladder. You must have hit the wrong way and just kind of fell back. It's okay. It's okay.
Past couple weeks have been rough,
But you being bad, this helps the listeners kind of gauge. Do not listen to you, so you're saving them money. You're helping them gain money.
Yeah. Except for the 3 games that I'm right, and they bet against me. Fucks that.
Well, let's see. Well, let's okay. Hopefully they're not betting the games you're doing anyway. So the games you got right was Dallas and Seattle. Okay, that's good. Then you got the Lions and Saints correct. That's pretty good. And then you got the Dolphins Commanders. So you got one at the Dolphins Commanders. That was pretty much that was an easy one. But Saints Lions, that was a good one there. I mean, they almost covered the spread. The Saints did, and then the Cowboys Seahawks. You actually had it. You had the Seahawks cover the spread. So that's a bold move right there. You had them under.
Hell yeah, brother! You see, bold moves. That's what I do.
But hey, let's dive into it. Luke already hit the nail with the hammer. Hit the head. I always fuck that saying up. Anyways, Pittsburgh Steelers. They're coming off a disappointing loss to the Arizona Cardinals at home, but maybe they could avenge that loss this week. They're 6-point favorites against the New England Patriots. Don't know if Zip It Zappy is starting or if Mac Jones. It looks like Mitch Trubisky is the guy, as Kenny Pickett got hurt with an ankle injury. So kick us off, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be I look at the rest of the games. This is probably potentially the most boring game of the week, and we have a fire week of QB matchups. And we're going to start off strong with a maybe Zappy, maybe Malik Cunningham. Hopefully, at least test out Malik one of these weeks. And Mitch Trubisky with the Steelers. They got Steelers as a 6-point favorite right now, and this very well could be a 6-0 game again. But I'm going to put a little respect on it. I'm going to give Steelers at least a touchdown. So I'm going to go 13-6 Steelers.
God, Luke, we are about spot on, Luke. I agree with you. I expect the Steelers to maybe get a touchdown. I'm not saying it's offense or defense. It could be special teams. They're getting a touchdown. Yeah, it's somewhere it's coming. We'll see what Trubisky can do. He made a couple good throws last week, but he got thrown into the spot. So this time he's got a short week to kind of get ready against a stingy Patriots defense. Like I said, they've allowed under 10 points the last 3 weeks and are 0-3. So we know the Patriots defense is good. We know the Steelers defense is good, and both offenses are shit. Luke, I'm just going to go a little higher than you. I'm going 13-9. Patriots cover the spread. Give me the Steelers, though, by 4. It's on you now, Chris.
My bad. I have Steelers 17, Patriots 7. Yeah, I think Patriots. It's gonna be a shit show. I think the Steelers have a little bit better team, better run game than the Steelers do or the Patriots do. I mean, it's gonna be a shit fest, but it's definitely gonna be the under the 31 points.
Yeah, I have 22 points. Luke's got 19 and you have 24. So that's going to be probably the score of just one team by themselves. A lot of these teams are probably going to get 24 points by themselves. So
yeah, I would hammer the under and hammer the Steelers -6.
Can't wait for Amazon Prime. Good job on you, Jeff Bezos. Way to get another fucking great game for the calendar year. It's bad, but let's move on to a NFC South rematch. I forgot which week it was, but the Falcons are 2.5-point favorites at home against the Bucks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Falcons did win earlier this year, Luke, 16-13 in a thrilling game out there in Raymond James Stadium. Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I've told you I'm hammering the Bucks until they get this 9 wins, so I'm still riding the Bucks. I think their offense is better right now than the Falcons' offense. Falcons' offense has struggled a lot against the Jets last week. I mean, Ritter he had an interception, a couple interceptions, something like that. So I'm going Bucks 28-24.
It's a pretty good scoring game there, actually, Luke.
Yeah. It's division matchup. It's gonna be a little competitive. It's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so I think Falcons they're gonna try to play, but I think just the Buccaneers offense is better right now than the Falcons offense is at this moment.
Well, Luke, I'm going to go opposite of you, obviously. The Falcons, they're 6-6. I mean, I don't know. I might have had Tampa Bay on earlier this year against the Falcons when they're at home. But I am going to ride the Falcons with this one. I think that we are the better team. I get it. The Bucs offense is probably a little better on paper, but our defense is pretty good. We have not allowed a touchdown in a couple weeks since the Cardinals game in the third quarter on a 1-yard run by their backup quarterback. So, yeah, our defense hasn't been really tested lately. And I get the Bucs that they usually play the Falcons pretty tough. I expect Mike Evans, and I think Godwin's going to get a little more involved. I know the last couple of weeks he's been kind of quiet. Rashad Evans, Rashad White, I'm sorry, still not a huge fan of him, but hey, he's playing good football. I'll give him that. He's a man on a mission right now. But I think right now we're getting Bijan a lot of touches. As I said, Ritter's going to get Drake London involved, and it's good to see Pitts getting some targets too. And I just think that right now we're the better team. I think we get to 7-6. I'm going to go Falcons 23-17.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game. I mean, the first game Desmond Ridder had like 2 or 3 fumbles. So I mean, I project Desmond Ridder. Yeah, I project Desmond Ridder to have another rough game. I think Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. I mean, 1,000 yards again. The man's fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure
future Hall of Famer, by the way.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm pretty sure AJ Terrell's in a concussion protocol. We'll see if he'll be able to play. And then I think Grady Jarrett's questionable, right? So I mean,
Jarrett towards the ACL. He was out weeks ago.
So he's been out.
He's been out.
He's out. Yeah.
He might be doubtful.
He might be doubtful. So I mean, definitely AJ Terrell. If he can't come back for this game, it'll be big because I mean Mike Evans and Godwin. So I have Bucs winning 2017. I think it's gonna be a close game again.
All right. Once again, hopefully Doc picks the Bucs so that I'm the only one on the Falcons. Usually that's good signs for me and pick somehow when I'm the lone Falcons. But moving on, like I said, Luke, before the show, we have 12 backup quarterbacks that are in from the quarterbacks that start the season. And this is a backup matchup right here. I know Minshew's been in for a while, but Gardner Minshew, 1-point favorites on the road to the jungle against Jake Browning and the Cincinnati Bengals, coming off a good win against the Jaguars this Monday night. Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, great win for the Bengals. I was actually one of the Bengals to win this game just to knock the Jags off a little bit prior to the game starting. Then I saw T-Law go down, so they're probably going to lose a couple more games now. But, yeah, Drake Browning played an outstanding game. I mean, he had more passing yards in one game than Joe Burrow's had in any single game this season. Jake Browning also had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 passing. Yeah, he's still just a little nervous in the pocket a little bit at times, but I think he played pretty well. I mean, system quarterback, Bengals offensive system works. Dunk it off to fucking Jamar Chase, and it's pretty much an easy answer. But I think the Minshew is a little more feisty, and the Colts offense is a little better right now than Bengals. Colts defense is not super great, but the Colts keep winning games somehow. So I'm going to go Colts in a close one, 24-21.
Yeah, like you said, Luke, I like what I'm seeing from Minshew. He's playing good football right now. Maybe he's playing for a potential starting spot next year. We'll see if any team wants to give him a chance. He's playing good with this Colts team since Anthony Richardson's gone down. I know he's had a couple bad games, shaky games, but he's a backup. But he's here. He's getting Michael Pittman involved. Downs is involved. Alec Pierce is involved. I know there's no JT still, but Zach Moss is not a bad running back. I said that last week, and I think he's still a serviceable running back if JT's not going to be there for a few more weeks. And like you said, this defense is good. And I'm going to give all the flowers to Jake Browning. Like you said, more passing yards in his second game as a starter, more than Joe Burrow did in any of his games by a few. And I'm going to give that to him. It's good. Good to get Jacksonville and Duval County. He got his best receiver, Jamar Chase, involved. T. Higgins was getting his feet back under him. And Joe Mixon is balling. Joe Mixon is a freak, and I need him to keep doing it for fantasy purposes. This week, I hope he does good for you, Chris, so that I get the win. But I do like what I'm seeing from the Colts. Like I said, I expect them to win this game 27-20, get to, I believe, 8-5 for the year, and then make that case. Maybe fight for the division, because with the Jaguar situation, they're only 1 game back. So give me the Colts 27-20.
Yeah, I think the defense and the special teams for the Colts have been stepping up, definitely getting the offense in more successful positions to score touchdowns. I mean, they figured out what their offensive identity is. I mean, the running game with passing, deep passing. So Gardner Minshew, we've already hit on. I think it's going to be 23-17 Colts. I just don't think the Bengals are going to have it enough in to edge this one out. T-Law ain't going to fall down and let them win this one.
Wait, what? T-Law?
Yeah, when Trevor Lawrence went down.
Oh, okay.
Probably the whole reason why the Jags lost.
Well, the Bengals were in that game even with Trevor Lawrence being there.
That overtime drive, if Trevor Lawrence was in,
it would
have been a little bit different.
Possibly would have been different. Yeah, it would have been great to see. But Bengals, shout out to them. Big win for them. And that was the first Bengals win. You said, Luke, what, on the road, and how long Monday night?
Since 1990.
Whew. 33 years. That's a long time. So good for the Bengals. Moving on, though, another potential backup bowl or backup game. We know that Trevor Lawrence has got a high ankle sprain. We saw Patrick Mahomes have a similar injury against the Jaguars in the playoffs, and he played the following week, obviously, in the AFC Championship. It's not the playoffs, so maybe they rest him. He also had a similar situation last year, Trevor Lawrence did, but the Jaguars are traveling to the Dog Pound to face the real Joe of the NFL, Joe Flacco, and the Cleveland Browns, who are 3-point favorites. So Browns 3-point favorites at home, Luke.
Yeah, and especially I doubt Trevor Lawrence plays this game just because it's not the playoffs. It's not like win or go home at this point for the Jags. And I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to play against the Browns defense anyways. Myles Garrett's going to eat up that fucking backup quarterback from the Jags. Fortunately, the Browns, I have them winning. Joe Flacco looked pretty good his first game. I mean, not great stats, but they made him throw the ball 44 times too. So coming off the bench and throwing 44 times, like you're in a bad spot to begin with. But over 250 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, not a bad first game. And I think he gets a little bit better.
Nice fourth quarter interception too to seal the game.
Yeah, that happens. But he's only been on the team 8 days at that point, or like 10 days after coming off the couch. Now, it's not Josh Dobbs things where Dobbs had a training camp and started every game.
Chris, he ain't Baker Mayfield and Josh Dobbs. Okay, he's just an MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Joe Flacco.
Exactly,
okay?
He's Mr. Elite. Don't say he's Mr. Elite if he can't come off the couch and dot people up.
I think he's going to dot up the Jaguars defense this week. I think Browns win 28-17.
Yeah, like you said, Luke, I don't expect Trevor Lawrence to play. If it was the playoffs, I think he's going to try his best to get out there and do what he can like Mahomes did. But with them having a big Sunday night game next week against the Ravens in Week 15, I think he's going to kind of hit the reset button here and just kind of get fresh for that game. I think he might only miss one. He might miss next week, but like I said, I don't think they do if he loses this week just because the importance of having this division, like I said, with the Texans and the Colts climbing behind them. But like you said, Luke, this Browns defense is filthy. Myles Garrett with one arm last week was out there, and I get it, they didn't win, but he was causing chaos for Matt Stafford. He was in the backfield a lot. And I liked what I saw from Joe Flacco for most of the game. I get it. He kind of cooled off in the second half, but I think now with a little bit of kind of knocking the rust off his game, some little familiarity with the Browns. Don't think Amari Cooper's playing, though. He was hurt pretty bad, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do if Cooper's not there.
Cooper had a bunch of drops, too. Flacco's hit him in the chest. So
should hit him in the hands, maybe he'll catch it. You got to stop hitting him in the chest, all right?
Flacco throws the ball too hard at him. Throwing lasers.
Josh Allen arm right there.
I know, right? But no, I got the Browns 24-20. I think it's going to be a closer game. I think C.J. Beathard can keep it reasonable, but I am going to go the Browns 24-20. And a must-win game for them, too, to keep that wild card hunt alive.
Yeah, I mean, Beathard didn't play bad coming off the bench cold, but, I mean, that was going up against a weak Cincinnati secondary. I think he's going to improve a little bit, having that whole week of practice, taking first-round snaps. I doubt Trevor Lawrence plays this week, like we've already hit on. Joe Flacco played well enough. I think that Browns defense, though, at home is going to eat up this Jaguars offense. I have Browns 21, Jags 13.
Just a shame, though. It would have been cool to see the Jags, if they would have won last week, kept it a 3-way tie up top. It's just unfortunate these QBs keep getting hurt. And we'll talk, if we have enough time, we'll talk about what I saw on the forgot which show it was. But moving on, the Houston Texans traveling to MetLife Stadium. C.J. Stroud's first game out there as a pro in MetLife Stadium to face the 4-8 Jets. The Texans are 5.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, I mean, this not a super exciting game here. I think the Texans run away with this game pretty easily. I mean, the Texans defense is playing well enough. I mean, it sucks that Texans lost Tank Dell on offense. Their rookie wide receiver having a great year, but he's done for the season now. It looks like. Probably CJ Stroud's biggest worry is going to be playing on that field. Make sure he stretches out real good. A couple of Achilles popped on that field already this season. So, but I'm going Texans 28, 13.
Like you said, Luke, it's gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully, he can keep his injury. Hopefully, the injury doesn't happen on. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I think the defense is going to give the rookie just kind of maybe a little bit of fits. Just it's still a good defense. I get it. The Jets only get 13 against the Falcons. I get it. They gave a lot against the Dolphins. Kind of not they could do there. The Dolphins are just high flying on Black Friday, but I think that the Jets will have a little bit more offense than they did last week against the Falcons. Not much more offense, but just a little bit. I think it's going to be 20-13 Texans. Like I said, I just think that the rookie is going to struggle a little bit with this defense they got going on with Robert Saleh leading the way. And if the Jets win, maybe we'll see Aaron Rodgers coming up. I think that they keep losing. I don't think he plays. So they're 4-8 right now. This is a must-win for them to keep their season alive. The Texans, like I said, with the Jaguar situation, this is a must-win game. They want to win this division. So give me the Texans by 7.
Yeah, I don't think a QB's been announced yet either for the Jets.
They released Boyle, and
they signed some other guy. But is Zach Wilson going to play or not?
They're going to try to throw Zach Wilson back in there. Hey, go out there, young chap.
He said no. He said no.
Go back out there. No, I mean, I think this Jets defense is going to keep this rookie in check. I mean, CJ Stroud lost his favorite receiver, Tank Dell, for the season. So, I mean, unlike y'all, I have this being a really close game. I have it 17-13 with Jets covering.
Hey, 20-13 is close. It's a touchdown game. It's not the spread close, but yeah, Luke's got a two-score game. So,
I mean, I can do it.
Jets defense is just, especially that secondary.
I think the Jets defense might be a little tired playing this game because they're going to be playing a lot.
They've been playing a lot all year.
It's gonna suck.
Like you said, broken fibula for Tank Dell, so he's out for the year. Unfortunate, but
sucks.
It is, yeah.
Sucks
on a player he was blocking too, a good block, and got rolled up under. So sucks to see. Hopefully, back.
He should drink the mushrooms that fucking Aaron Rodgers drank. He'll be back by the end of the year.
Right for the Super Bowl. If they make Super Bowl, yeah, he'd be ready. But let's move on to the Los Angeles Rams coming off a good win against the Cleveland Browns, heading to M&T Bank Stadium to face the fresh Baltimore Ravens. They're coming off a bye week. They are 9-3. Luke, who you got?
Yeah, got the Ravens. No surprise here. I mean, it's always tough for those West Coast teams to travel to the East Coast for an early kickoff. They have the Ravens as 7-point favorites. I think it might be a little bit closer than that, especially with Stafford playing. Like that offense is pretty good, but Ravens have one of the top defenses still in the NFL, and I think they're able to contain Stafford a little bit. I think he's going to be forced to make a couple mistakes. There were some picks. Stafford gets a little wild with the ball under pressure, and I think the Ravens offense is going to just kind of roll through their defense as long as we can lock down Aaron Donald. So I'm going to go Ravens 31, 20, 24. No, I'm going 38, 28, 28, 24. Make it a little closer.
28-24. Got it.
Yeah, I go with that.
No, I'm excited to see this game. I think this is going to be like a close game, like you said, Luke. I think the Rams can maybe keep it interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if the Ravens can stop Kyren Williams. He's kind of been used pretty good with the Rams since he got back from his injury, his 2 games. So if they can stop Kyren Williams and you force Stafford to throw the ball with Nacua and Kupp out there, and they can focus on that, it will be a lot easier for this Ravens defense, which is one of the best defenses in football. They're one of the most sacked teams in the NFL when it comes to getting to the quarterback. And the offense, now, having week off, now they can see what kind of game plan they're going to have without Mark Andrews. I know they had a week without him before the bye week, but now they can kind of install this new offense, kind of see what's going to be different about it. If maybe these tight ends get involved like Andrews, or if he trusts Zay Flowers and Odell, who's been getting pretty warmed up, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, Harbaugh said we're not going after Zach Ertz. They said they looked at it, but they're not going to make the move. He likes the tight ends we have in the building still. So it's going to be Isaiah Likely getting the ball. Hopefully he can
And
step up.
yeah, and we'll
backup
see.
quarterback or tight end right there.
He had a couple good
He's
games.
back.
He's had a couple good games. In
No,
my opinion.
I know.
I'm
I
saying
think he's a great backup.
Yeah,
he's good. So
he could probably
we'll
start
see.
on. He could probably start on another team.
He might after the season. He might get signed somewhere else.
But it's going to be interesting to see the offense. Like I said, Odell's been getting involved. Zay Flowers, he still has his role in the run game's the run game. They're one of the best run games in the NFL. And I expect this offense just to do a little bit more than Matthew Stafford. I do expect Kyrie Williams, though, to get me a touchdown or two for fantasy purposes. But give me the Ravens 27-21.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams have been looking good. 3-game winning streak right now. Puka Nacua, like you said, Mark, I mean, he's dealing with an AC sprain, so we'll see how healthy he is during this game. I think this is going to be a big game for Odell Beckham, little revenge game going against the Rams. So I think he's going to have a big game. I have Ravens 27-17. I think that defense shuts Matthew Stafford down.
Okay. Well, moving on to an NFC North battle.
I just hope we don't try to force Odell the ball.
Oh, he's going to want the ball.
I know he's going to want it. I hope we don't force it to him. It's okay to force it to him once we were up fucking 35-0 on a team, but to get him a touchdown on his birthday. But it's not force it to him if we're in the game.
He's going to be like triple covered and throwing. He's going to be triple covered, throwing his arm up.
No.
Throw it this way. Throw it this way.
No, he'll be at the line of scrimmage throwing his hand up already.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to an NFC North battle. That's Motor City Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, led by Jared Goff and their electric offense, traveling to Chicago to face the Bears, who are coming off a bye week. The Lions did beat them in Detroit early in the year, 31-26, Luke.
Yeah, I think the Lions beat them again. I think they keep it kind of close. I mean, you kind of saw how the Lions played against the Saints. They got up pretty big, and they let the Saints back in the game. They want to keep the foot down on the gas, and they let them back in it. I think Bears. I think they're still trying to. The players are trying to win still, but the Lions are too much on offense for the Bears to keep up with. Justin Fields is going to make some mistakes as usual, so I'm going to go Lions 24-20.
Like you, Luke, I think the game's going to be pretty close. I mean, they kept it within 5 points in Detroit last time they played each other, and I think that the Chicago Bears, since I got Montez Sweat out of the Commanders, this defense has been pretty good. I'm not saying it's great, it's amazing, it's lighting up the league, but they're playing a lot better with him. They're causing pressure to the quarterback, and I know the Saints, they came back. I hate to say it, I think the Saints offense is not as good as the Bears. I think Justin Fields is playing better ball than Derek Carr. I think DJ Moore's playing good football compared to Chris Olave. Michael Thomas was there. Cole Kmet's been playing really good this year. I think they keep it close, and I do sniff an upset. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not picking the Bears, but I would not be shocked if Detroit goes into Chicago, Windy City, and they lose this game. I can see it happening. Doc be pissed because he wants to lose games, but Chicago played them tough, like I said, Detroit. But like you said, Luke, I expect Jared Goff to make more plays in the fields this week. Get Amon St. Brown the ball. Get the Iowa farm boy, Sam Laporta, the ball, and get Gibbs and Montgomery going. I have the Lions 31-27, winning by 4 points.
Yeah, no, I mean, the whole Bears team has improved tremendously. I mean, Justin Fields when he came back from his injuries, looks like he's controlled the offense. The defense alone, I mean, that defensive line, like you said, Mark, has improved, got pressure, and that's only improved the secondary for the Bears. I have the Bears 27, Colts 23. I mean, the Saints figured out a way to shut down Jared Goff after fucking 3 touchdowns in the first 7 minutes.
Bears 27, Lions 23. Okay.
Upset of the week right here.
That's like I said, I'm sniffing it. Like it's not. I'm not gonna question it. I think it's a good. It's a good upset to pick.
In Chicago.
I have an upset.
The Lions, coming up. Lions will lose to bad teams too. It's kind of their thing.
Can't really say the Packers are a bad team right now. They're rolling. So
Jordan Love's he's heating up.
He is heating up. We'll talk about him Monday night, but yeah, like you said, that's a big game for the Bears if they want to make that climb too, if they're still playing for the playoffs or not. But let's move on to the only team that's currently eliminated from the playoffs. That's the 1-11 Carolina Panthers, led by the rookie sensation Bryce Young, traveling to the Dome, to New Orleans, to face potentially what it looks like Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints. Luke, the Saints are 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah, and I think this is the game Jameis proves to everybody in New Orleans that they're not using him right. They're not using him right down in New Orleans.
Let the boy play right down there.
Yeah.
It's not they're using him right. They're not using him at all.
So I see a game that is Taysom Hill heavy too, like it was last week. I mean, I think Taysom Hill had half the snaps at quarterback, and Derek Carr had the other half pretty much until Jameis Winston came in. So I think it's going to be Taysom Hill heavy offense alongside Jameis Winston. Panthers, yeah, they're pretty much done this season. I think they're going to go out there and compete, keep it somewhat close, but I got the Saints winning this game 24-17. Saints put points this week.
Yeah, I expect Jameis Winston and a lot of Taysom Hill, like you said. I think they're going to use him pretty heavily just to keep Jameis honest, make sure that he's not trying to force it all on himself. And every time Taysom Hill's on the field, it just seems like it works. Let him run the ball, let him catch the ball. Let him go out there and play tight end if he has to with Jameis. I think Olave will benefit with Jameis Winston because, Jameis does not give a shit. He'll fucking throw it anywhere. He just doesn't give a shit. He doesn't see the defense.
A whole lot of deep balls coming this game.
Yeah, he does not see the defenders. He sees just receivers, tight ends, and running backs running down the field. I don't think he sees his fucking line blocking. I think he sees literally the 4 or 5 skill position players that's on the field with him. It's like he's running 7-on-7. But I don't like the Panthers. We all know that. The Panthers suck. I have them losing out. I have them finishing 1-15. So give me the Saints 24-16.
Yeah, like I said, I think Jameis is going to throw 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, probably 5 picks. I truthfully don't see a lot of Taysom Hill because we don't have another backup. I mean, we have our emergency third string, but other than that, Derek Carr's out, so no one else out there can throw the ball. So I don't know if we're going to see a lot of Taysom. I'm sure we're going to see a little bit, but Saints 27, Panthers 17. Nothing else. Fuck Pete Carmichael. Fuck Dennis Allen.
Saints he's trying to survive, try to keep his job for another year.
No, fuck.
If you guys don't fucking fire that dude and draft fucking Jane Daniels.
Luke's high on him. Luke wants the Saints to pick him.
Why?
I'm worried. Not? I'm worried that if he wins the Heisman, he might. That's why I want the Saints to fucking bust right now. I think we're at like the 12th pick. So
yeah, right now you're around.
Keep losing these games.
I just don't think it starts here. I think you guys win this game, though. Probably won't start until next week.
Or just trade up and get them.
Yeah, you could trade up.
Picks. Fuck the rest of the picks.
I saw the projected schedule for next year. It's looking like a 2-15 year right there. It's 2 whatever.
I haven't even looked at next year's. I haven't looked at all, to be honest, for 2024.
With how we're projected right now. I think we have like San Fran, Kansas City. We have a lot of tough games.
That ain't good for the Falcons neither. That means we got to play those teams.
NFC South had an easy year, and then they're fucking screwing the pooch on it.
And we blew it. And now,
we're going to get the easy season.
Get fucked next year, too.
Moving on to a team. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry. No.
I was going to say we might fucking draft Sanders next year. Fuck it.
Wait it out.
You could, wait for him, and then you'll fire Dennis Allen. That's the year you fire him, and then you'll get Dion as your coach.
Dion's not coming in the NFL.
He's coming.
He would like it in New Orleans. He's got good food there.
If you draft his son, he's coming. He's coming.
He's coming. Dion doesn't have the control over the players in the NFL like he does college.
You never know. They might give it to him. They might give him the GM spot / coaching spot. You never know. They might fucking let go of your boy, your GM too.
I hope not.
But
that means smart with his money.
He is smart. Well, I would say smart. That's why you don't get a lot of free agency moves because you're still trying to fucking clear all that cap. So I don't want to say he's smart. Yeah,
a lot to clear this year too.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting. I think Michael Thomas is done with the Saints.
Probably.
I don't remember the last time he played a full season. He has some good games.
He had a good year starting off.
Yeah, now look at him.
He had a good September.
He's roasting the Saints now on fucking social media.
He's roasting no. He's roasting Derek Carr on social media.
Okay, yeah.
Not the Saints.
Let's move on to a team that we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. If it's going to be Jaren Hall, if it's going to be Mullins, if it's going to be Josh Dobbs, the astronaut. But they're traveling to Las Vegas, and they're facing Aiden O'Connell. The Vikings are 3-point favorites on the road, so Vegas knows something that we don't know, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, this toss-up game right here. Raiders seem to play pretty well at home. Not great. Vikings, yeah, like you said, we don't know really the quarterback situation. Easy on the mic.
Drop my phone. I was going to look up something about JJ if he was going to be available or not.
I think he is. He said that he was coming in after the bye.
If JJ was going to be available.
Yeah, he might be available. I think it's going to be kind of a shitty game. I'm going to go Vikings just because they probably want the game more than the Raiders at this point. So I'm going to go Vikings 20 to Raiders 17.
Yeah, like we were saying, potential JJ game back. I know Chris needs him for Dynasty for this week. Chris is kind of in a must-win if I lose. So Chris needs JJ. Yeah, Luke, you don't really need him this week because you're.
Yeah, I had a couple of weeks. I can wait on him.
Yep, you can wait on him. And I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care if it's Hall. Don't care if it's Mullins. And I don't care if it's Dobbs. I think the Vikings are just a better team. With every quarterback they're going to throw out there, I said JJ's going to be back, hopefully with Jordan Addison. And that means he's paired up with Hawkinson as well. We'll see what Madison can do. And Chandler, their backup running back. Give me the Vikings. Why not? This defense looks good under Flores. And I'm going to go Vikings 24-20. Just why not?
Yeah, I trust Brian Flores' defense way more than anything a part of the fucking Raiders franchise. That even goes for Mark Davis. Besides for Mark Davis's girl. Yeah, the other Mark Davis. Besides for his wife or girlfriend. Don't know how the fuck he pulled that. Well, we know how he pulled that. We know how he pulled that. I have Vikings 23, Raiders 17.
I'm just glad that my dad is the owner of the Raiders. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, that's my dad out there. I just choose not to be a Raiders fan because fuck the Raiders. I'm wearing the black and white for the Falcons, the old throwback. I ain't wearing that black and silver for the Raiders. Fuck that. But let's move on to a Thanksgiving rematch, and this time it's Seattle at San Francisco. So Geno versus Purdy. Right now, the MVP favorite, according to Vegas. The 49ers are 10.5-point favorites in the Bay at home.
Yeah, I think 49ers win this game. I don't trust Geno at all. Yeah, he shows flashes where he's good, but he's also got a lot of flashes where he's bad. Seahawks defense is pretty suspect, so I'm going to go Niners 34, Seahawks 24.
Well, you have them covering the spread, though. You have enough for the Seahawks to cover, so.
Oh, shit, they're a 10.5-point favorite?
God. Yeah. I'm just on the other side of that coin, Luke. I have the Niners winning by 11 here. We saw what they did in Seattle. The defense got to Geno, and I expect Nick Bosa, Chase Young, Jordan Hargrave, Fred Warner, the boys to get to fucking Geno Smith, causes offense problems. I get it. DK had a great game against Bland out there on the outside, but this 49ers defense is not. I get it. Cowboys defense is pretty good, but they're not. They're not as good as the 49ers. And the 49ers looked good guarding A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith most of the game last week against the Eagles. And I think they keep it up. I think the Niners come in here. They win this game at home, 31-20. Potentially will be the 1 seed after this week. We'll visit that Sunday night game. But right now I have the Niners moving to 10-3. Said give me 31-20 Niners.
Yeah, I mean, Niners coming off a huge double-digit win against the Eagles. I think this is going to be a huge game for Christian McCaffrey, kind of bolster his little MVP case. I think after this game, the Seahawks are going to be thinking about drafting a quarterback because Geno ain't it. So I got
to go get Penix.
Hometown boy.
He's already there. Boy. Makes sense.
Luke loves these hometown boys. These hometown boys get these quarterbacks.
Yeah, it makes too much sense. Like Kenny Pickett over the Steelers makes too much sense. Overdraft him.
Yeah. I have 49ers 34-17.
All right, I'll let Arthur Smith know to wait for Carson Beck. Then we'll get Beck in a couple years when he's draft eligible. Or the Georgia Tech quarterback. Technically, GT's in Atlanta, so let's go get that quarterback, whoever it is. But
exactly.
All right, this is potentially my upset of the week. The Buffalo Bills are in playoff mode now. They are in win now for the rest of the year mode. They are traveling to Kansas City, a team that they have decent history against them. The Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites. They are coming off that Sunday night loss, 29-17. Luke, who you got?
Yeah, Mark, I'm riding with you. I think this is the upset of the week. I think the Bills' offense is going to come out pretty fired up. I think they're coming off a bye, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're coming off the bye. Kansas City just had that pretty bad loss last week against the Packers and Lambeau Field. I think they're going to come off a little hungover still from that loss, and I think the Bills are going to come fired up. They're in the these are pretty much must-win games for the Bills if they want to make the playoff push at this point in the AFC. The AFC playoff race is pretty tight. So I'm going to go Bills in a shootout, 34-31.
Like you said, Luke, this is a must-win game for the Bills. Every game for these last 5 games are must-wins. And like I said, Josh Allen, he's had an AFC Championship game in 2020 where they didn't really come close against the Chiefs that game, but then we saw what they did in 2021 in that playoff game that, he got them the lead with 13 seconds left. The defense choked it up. He went into Kansas City last year and beat them when they were like that September, October Super Bowl already crowned champions. But I like the Bills. I'm still a believer in Josh Allen. I know he hasn't played a great football all year. He played great football against the Eagles before this bye week. People forget that. Yeah, he had the one interception, but that was great coverage. That was a great timed, jump for the corner there from James Bradbury. And I get it, the Chiefs are playing good defense. They probably arguably had their worst defensive game last week against the Packers. And I think they'll play a little better. Maybe they'll cause some confusion with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. But I don't like what I'm seeing from the Chiefs offense here unless somehow Tyreek Hill or maybe even just get Juju back for a couple games. I get he's not the best receiver, but he did look somewhat manageable against Patrick last year. Feel bad for Mahomes, but I'm going Bills 27-24 walk-off field goal by Tyler Bass.
Yeah, I just don't see Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid losing one after a tough loss in Green Bay. I have the Chiefs 30-23. I just don't see them losing back-to-back games.
In December, too.
Exactly.
At Arrowhead.
Well, the first one was at Lambeau, but yeah. I don't know. The whole Taylor Swift experiment, that's over. It's done.
Over.
They didn't look great.
Hey, she will probably be at this game too, though.
She definitely will be.
I wonder if Josh Allen bring old Haley out there, try and show up Patrick Mahomes with Haley Steinfeld.
No, I don't think she came to any of his games.
Simone Biles was at the Packers game.
Oh, she's married to that dude.
Yeah, but they didn't give her any spotlight.
Oh, they did.
They showed her.
Yeah, they did. They showed her kissing. They showed her kissing Owens. Yeah.
Okay.
I swore I saw her more during the game than I saw Taylor Swift. I don't really remember seeing Taylor Swift during pregame. I saw her, like they were showing her. The whole experiment's worn off. But I mean, and why didn't she change her last name to Owens yet? That's what I keep wondering this. Why isn't Simone on? Goddess.
Sorry.
Yeah, Goddess. Yeah.
Goddess.
Well, it's like with a lot of celebrities, they don't change. Like they might legally change their name, but their stage name doesn't.
They go by the main
change.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
It makes sense.
It's like Taylor Swift. Like she's married. No, not Taylor Swift. Carrie Underwood. She's married, but she's not Carrie Underwood.
I was gonna say I don't remember seeing Taylor in Kelsey getting married.
It's like Carrie Underwood. Like she married the hockey player, but her stage name is different than her actual name.
Hockey player probably changed his last name to her name.
I'd change my last name.
I don't know. You see what the dude looks like?
That'd be a stay-home dad too, stay-home husband. I'd clean out every fucking day.
He retired. He used to play for the Panthers. Or the
I make sure I'm on my couch in front of the TV every single time, right before around 8:15, making sure I can watch Carrie sing her little beautiful song because I love her. I love her a lot. That's my Taylor Swift. That's my Taylor Swift. I'd do what Travis Kelce's doing. I'd fucking drop everything I'm doing. I'd go to Europe for her. or Argentina, wherever the fuck they were at. But let's move on. Carrie, I hope you're listening. I love you. Let's move on to Denver. Heading to Los Angeles. Probably more Bronco fans there. The Chargers are 3-point favorites as they host the Broncos, Luke.
Yeah. Chargers just not pretty football going on over there. You think with Justin Herbert getting paid so much money, the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL right now, that you'd see a lot more offense coming out of here, and the defense is just so many big names we say every week, and I am not picking the Chargers this week. As much as I'd like to, I think they're better offense, but I think Russell Wilson might cook for like a quarter or two. I mean, he's going to have his picks too. He's going to be like subpar Russell Wilson. Then he's going to have a couple good drives where he's cooking. So I think he's going to go into SoFi. Somewhat close game because I think Herbert's going to play a little bit better than he did last week. So I'm going to go 28-24 Broncos.
My bold prediction of the week for week 14 is that Russell Wilson is going to throw for 300-plus yards and lead the Denver Broncos into victory, get to 7-6 after a heartbreaking loss to the Texans. I expect Sutton, expect a little bit of Judy, and I think Javonte Williams is going to get involved in the passing game this week. Don't like anything the Chargers do. I'm sorry. I know we're Herbert fans, and we gush over this fucking guy. He's got this raw ability. I've been saying all year, this guy's not fucking clutch. I get it. They won 6-0. Fucking congratulations, dude. You guys got 2 field goals. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing from one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He's not clutch in the game-winning moments when he needs to be. He can coast a team, and he can put up big numbers, but when it's time for him to make a play, I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan of that. That moment, I'm not a huge fan of his moments there. He's a great player, great athlete. But I'm going to pick Russell Wilson over Justin Herbert. I think he outperforms Herbert this week. Give me the Broncos 24-21.
Yeah, be on the lookout for Harbs coming in.
Yeah, I mean, besides for fucking Keenan Allen, I mean, he's throwing to fucking Quentin Johnson. So some big third down drops. So I mean, that's definitely not helping Herbert at all.
He didn't look amazing when Mike Williams was there neither. He had forget the Dolphins game. He fucked that up. He's had game-winning drives.
No, I know. He had a game-winning drive moment against the Ravens and fucked it up.
Yep. Our defense too for him. Our defense just ate him up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is another upset of the week for me. I think the defense for the Broncos didn't play like they did when they went on that 5-win streak against Houston. They did tighten up towards the end. Russell looked back to not being Mr. Unlimited, but I think this is against a weak defense. I think he's going to bring home the win. So I have Broncos 23-20. I think it's going to be a close game, but like you said, Mark, Herbert can't clutch up.
No, can't. Maybe with a better coach, he'll have the momentum. Maybe the confidence. What I'm trying to say. So maybe Harbaugh comes.
Heard some rumors that Harbaugh's favorite young QB in the league right now.
I wonder if he said that if every job was available. Like, you think he would say that if every single coaching?
No, you got to kind of.
There's a lot of coaching options available.
Yeah, but let's say all 32 teams are there. Do you think he's now saying that Justin Herbert's his favorite young quarterback, or he's going to say, I like this guy a little better?
Could be just as simple as a coaching change and fix Herbert.
It could be.
But out of the coaching vacancies that are probably coming up, I think they have the best quarterback situation.
Oh, I agree there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to 2 teams that have their quarterbacks for the future, it looks like, and that's the NFC East. Sunday night showdown. Battle for first place, right, at the moment. That's the Philadelphia Eagles coming off that gut-wrenching loss to the San Francisco 49ers where they got blown out in the Link. They're traveling to Dallas to AT&T Stadium to face potentially the MVP of the league, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites at home.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, I'm riding with Dallas in this game. Dallas at home, AT&T Stadium. They just play better there. They're going to get that win over a winning team this season. I think they had won against the Seahawks, but now the Seahawks fell under after they beat the Seahawks.
Still counts.
And they're winning, but they they don't have a win against a winning team. But I think they get that first one this week. They're going to beat the Eagles in a massive game. I'm going 34-31. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, it just shows, the stats show they play better at home. They play better on the turf than through natural grass. And you know what? Cowboys, AT&T Stadium, they play on turf. And Dak Prescott, you know what? He's playing better football than Jalen Hurts. I get Jalen Hurts is doing all the good little things with the comebacks for most of the year, and I get it. But Dak Prescott is a man on a mission. I think he will be the second Cowboys MVP ever after Emmitt Smith was the first one. And I think this is a big game for the Cowboys. I think Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith, they're going to have a good game. Don't get me wrong. They have a good offense still. Maybe we'll see if DeAndre Swift can get back in action. He's kind of been a little rusty the last couple weeks. And potentially Dallas Goedert will be available too. That's a name to look out for. That's a big return for the Eagles if they get that tight end back. But you know what? Jake Ferguson's balling. Tony Pollard's playing a little better. Dak Prescott. Cooks has gotten available or more involved. And CeeDee Lamb is playing great, inspired football. Give me the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? 34-27. Get first place in the NFC East.
Yeah, Dallas is perfect at home right now. I mean, they should have beat the fucking Eagles in week, 9 or 10? I mean, Philly, you had Dak. There was a couple close ones. So I have Cowboys here 31-28. I think it's still going to be a close game, but I mean, I think the 49ers pretty much gave the Cowboys the game plan on how to dominate the Eagles.
Yeah, we'll see. That's all eyes will be on that game for sure. There's no question about whether this game should be flexed. We know this is the Sunday night game. It's perfect for this week.
Finally, a really good primetime game.
Yeah. Somehow the Packers and Chiefs were pretty good, and so was the Jaguars and Bengals. On paper, it wasn't, but actually watching it was actually a good game.
Yeah, overtime.
And all primetime games this past week were actually good for the NFL somehow. But let's move on. We have 2 Monday night games playing at the same time. It's not like the other weeks where you had one that started at an hour earlier, 7:15 Eastern, and then the other one 8:15. But both these games go on at the same time. Let's do the first one. The Green Bay Packers, 6-6, riding a 3-game winning streak, traveling to MetLife to face the New York Giants. Luke, the Packers are 6.5-point favorites.
Yeah, Packers get win number 4 in a row against the Giants. I think the DeVito train is over at this point. Yeah, they got a couple of wins with Danny DeVito, the Italian mafia family coming out over there. But I think Jordan Love, he's hot right now. He's playing good football. He's being pretty careful with the football, not taking any risky plays, but still pushing the ball down the field. Packers defense looks pretty decent so far. They've been getting better as the season's been going. So I'm going to go Packers 24-20.
Yeah, like you, Luke. I think the Packers win, but I don't think they cover the spread. I do like when I'm seeing Jordan Love, and I'll be the first to admit I was wrong about the Packers this year. I said they were going to probably get 5 or 6 wins, and they're already at 6. And they're playing good football right now. Towards the end of the season, it's what you need to do to have confidence to get into this playoffs potentially and make a case. They are right now, I believe, in the playoffs at 6-6 for the NFC as a wild card. So it's a good game for them to get to 7-6. The Giants are a mess, just like the other New York team, the so-called New York team, the Jets. And like you said, Luke, he's playing good ball. The defense is playing good. We'll see if Alexander's going to be back. But A.J. Dillon's playing good. Dobbs and Watson all playing good football. Give me the Packers 23-17.
Yeah, Jordan Love's playing great football right now. The defense, like Luke said, stepping up. I mean, had a great game against Patrick Mahomes last night. 2 nights? Last night. Yeah, Sunday night. 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago. Yeah. So, I mean, I've Green Bay here. I think the Giants are going to rely heavily on Saquon, and I don't think he's going to be able to carry them to victory here. I have 24-14.
What an exciting Monday night game, though. That's going to be a thriller.
Well, good thing we have another one lined up. Right?
Oh, and another thriller, yeah. Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans traveling to Miami, South Beach, to face the Miami Dolphins, who are 13-point favorites at home. Who you got, Luke?
Yeah, I don't think I think 13 is kind of a lot of points, especially for an NFL game. I think the Titans are a little more of a feistier team than they're getting credit for. But Miami's going to run away with this game pretty easily. I think the Titans come back, keep it close near the end. As we've seen a lot of games in the NFL come this year, a lot of teams get back in games late. So I'm going to go Dolphins 28-21.
Now, unlike you, Luke, I think the spread's spot on. The Dolphins, I feel like no one gets more of these high point spreads than the Miami Dolphins. And it seems more than not, they cover it. They run away with these games. Their offense is too electric, especially against teams that are dog shit. And I get the Titans play feisty defense. I get it. But their offense is going to put their defense in bad situations, maybe some turnovers, some short fields, for the Dolphins to work. Too much Tyreek Hill, too much Jalen Waddle, too much A-Chain, too much Mostert, too much Tua. I'm got the Dolphins 31-16.
Hey, Tyreek Hill's chasing that 2,000 yards still in it.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think Dolphins' offense is going to be way too much for the Titans. I really hope to see Will Levis fucking yell at D-Hop again on the sideline. I have Dolphins 38-14.
Wow, what a thriller for Monday night. Could have had Bills Chiefs when you're making the schedule. I mean, God, you could have had. I'll be honest, I'd rather watch Falcons Bucks Monday night than those two games. At least it's a division rival game. But great show, boys. Great show. Probably won't be on for the foreseeable future. Probably last show for a couple weeks. Probably be out all next week, potentially running into the week after. I am doing my move to South Carolina.
Thank you for
your service. I'm gonna try and bring my computer to Florida with me, and then get set up at where I'm staying at for a couple weeks. Maybe we'll do some football talk there. Get some bowl shows out there, talk some of them college bowls. Luke and me might be going to a college bowl game. You never know.
Yeah, possibly.
Have to take some clips there at the game.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, haven't decided if I'm going to go home that early or not yet. I don't know if I want to take an extra couple of days of leave to go to that game or just watch it on TV yet.
Fuck it, take it.
I mean, or just your local area. Right? Just go.
Huh?
What's your local area?
All the leave.
I mean, my local area.
Yeah, wait, don't you just fly home sometimes and fly back without on leave? Just do that.
Yeah, not on a work day.
It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Just take a half day.
It's like, yeah, I think the game starts like 6 o'clock.
Is it 6 or 9? I thought it was.
Just fly into Tampa.
Yeah, you go fly to Tampa. I'll pick your ass up.
Yeah, I'm flying into Tampa this weekend.
Exactly, flying into Tampa that weekend.
Yeah, flying. Yeah, there you go.
I wish it was that easy.
They play at 6:30. 6:30.
Yeah. So I had to take the whole day off because it's a 2-hour flight.
Just leave at noon.
You leave at 4 o'clock. You catch a 4 o'clock flight, 2-hour flight. You get there at 6. Mark picks you up.
Pick your ass up.
Y'all haul ass to the.
No,
just bring a backpack. Don't even check your bag.
We might miss the first portion of the. Or no, just leave it at the airport. We'll swing by and pick it up at the airline company.
At the Lost and Found.
Yeah, they lost and found. Say, hey,
that's a great idea.
No, that's what they do. They'll put it aside.
Yeah,
that's how it gets lost and never found.
No, you drop a Apple AirTag in it, then you can track that bitch.
We'll see. I gotta think about it.
Hey, if someone takes your bag, we'll be on a mission. We'll fucking drive that fucker's house and we'll get it.
Exactly.
But no, unfortunately, just we saw it coming. I have to make this move. Time to get back to the East Coast. It'll make things easier for us as well with the show. So we'll be in contact. We'll still do our little picks. We'll still keep it updated, even though we'll be on the side under the table. But
just throw our picks up on our social medias. Just throw pictures of them up there or something.
Yeah, with your fucking handwriting.
Yeah, just write it out.
That's some good handwriting, dude. Look at this. That's
no,
good.
Just fucking.
I'm glad that picture's so fucking blurry. I'm so glad it's blurry.
Ain't nobody.
I don't know I don't know if it's just that bad or if it's still. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
It's
all fucking scratched out and everything too.
Yeah, because I'm very particular the way I write things. So if I can't see, if the A doesn't have that opening in the A and it's kind of fucking small, I cross that bitch out and rewrite it. I got doctor handwriting, dude.
No, you look like you have that fucking Cam Newton language. How he has his own little fucking alphabet. Yeah.
But no, it's going to be great. We'll keep it updated. Like I said, boys, good luck for fantasy purposes for the playoffs. Luke, you're the 1 seed. It's confirmed for the redraft. Chris, you're fighting for your life in Dynasty. So,
hey, redraft, I'm confirmed for the 2nd seed too.
You are confirmed for the 2nd seed. I'm glad I had collusion for you boys. Hopefully, I'm glad I rigged it this year. It ain't rigged this year when you two are doing good, huh? But it's been rigged every other year. So
you let me win redraft, and I'll let you win Dynasty last week.
Oh no, I didn't. You didn't let me win Dynasty. I'm building a squad over there.
Fight. I think that was my highest scoring week this week.
I had no sweat.
On a bye.
Yeah. That was your highest. Yours your highest. I still won by like 30 or 40 points with Christian Kirk, who got hurt the first play, and I actually fucked up play A.T. Perry, so he got me 4 points. It's good for him.
You're a little nervous.
I was a little nervous when I saw I had A.T. Perry in, but no, I like my squad. I think I'm doing good. Like I said, when Kirk and Andrews are back, I'm gonna have 2 players on the bench that I could start with on any other team. So I'm building a squad. I'm liking it. A lot of draft picks. I'm gonna probably package some of these picks up, maybe a receiver to get a running back or a quarterback, and keep building. Keep running the league. But boys, if we don't talk before Christmas, have a good Christmas. Have a good New Year's. Doc, shout out to you. Hopefully everything's going good at home. That's Luke Rule. That's Chris Meinhardt. I'm Mark Davis. This is All About the Balls podcast. We are out, and Merry Christmas. Thank you for checking out another episode of All About the Balls podcast. We want to thank all of our listeners and supporters of the Sack House. You can listen to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at the Sack House.